Victoria Pearson, you can call me V. I have been a practicing witch for more than 25 years now, and today I thought I would give you a little tour of my house and show you all the little witchy things that I do to keep the energy flowing nicely in here. Let's take a look. So starting in my bathroom, I have this beautiful blue glass buoy. It was a gift from my foster sister years and years ago. People used to use these for divination, but I use it as an energy diffuser and a way of catching the bad juju. Also in my bathroom, I have got this little devotional to Aphrodite here, because bathroom's all about beauty, things like that, and my little incense holder. Then in my upstairs landing, I have this crystal hanging in the window that diffuses rainbows all over the room and just breaks up the energy, brings in some positive energy in here. In my money corner in the upstairs landing, I've got these plants, and I also have this complicated little piece of magic, which is my dragon Nox. He is a thought form. I will have to do a whole video about how to make a thought form, but I also made the staff that went with it. I'm really quite pleased with that. And I also made my dragon some little companions, although they are not thought forms in the same way. They are just little clay dragons. They're little guardians of my house there. In my son's room, I don't know if you can see it very well because it is quite faint. I have this magic sigil on his door to help protect him, keep him safe overnight from bad dreams and things. And downstairs on the front door, I have these witches' bells. They ring every single time that somebody comes in the house, which clears the energy. And then also when people walk in the house, they have to step on my mat, which has a magic sigil underneath. It has been very destroyed because it's been there for years, but that's okay because you are supposed to destroy sigils anyway. Above my front door up here, I've got this little magic key, which is my devotional to Hecate, who is another one of the goddesses that I follow. And then here we've got some salt bowls as well. These are made up of several different types of salt and some cloves and things. They're supposed to soak up the negative energy, but they also do help to soak up the damp, which is useful in British houses. A few years ago, a contractor came into our house to do some work on our boiler upstairs, and rather than keep taking his shoes on and off, he decided to just move my rugs in the hallway, and he flipped that doormat over. And at the time, the sigil itself had not been destroyed yet, and so it was very clearly a sort of arcane magic symbol. I think he got a bit scared, but really you should only be scared of my sigils if there's something a bit dodgy about you. If you're an alright person, my sigils ain't going to bother you at all. Now into my bedroom where I keep my main altar. I have done altar tour videos before, and I will be doing another one soon because this one is all set up for winter still, and I need to change into my summer altar very soon. But I've got my main altar here, and of course my besom or broomstick next to it. Her name's Esme. And then on the shelf above, I've got all my little witchy things, my graveyard dirt, my various different salts, petals, oils, tarot cards, my wand, all that sort of thing that I don't use on a daily basis, but I do need near my altar. And then throughout my house, I've also got these little spell jars stashed everywhere. I think I've done some videos on those as well. Sometimes they look super cute and aesthetic like this one, but sometimes they just look really, really messy. And so I tend to keep them out of sight, partly because I don't want just random people asking me what they are and having to explain all of that to them. So I keep them stashed away in various different places throughout my house. There is also a ton of witchy stuff in my house that you can't actually see because it's hidden away. For example, when we had our kitchen redone a little while ago, all these tiles came down, and so I put some magic sigils on the walls to encourage nourishment, good health and abundance, because kitchens are sort of associated with all of those things. But obviously you can't see them because the tiles have gone over the top of them now, and so it just looks like a perfectly normal kitchen, and you would never know there's lots and lots of magical things going on in here. I also do witchy housework type things. For example, adding just normal supermarket cinnamon into my mop water to encourage abundance through the house, things like that, that are little subtle things that nobody would really know is a witchy thing. No one's going to think it's weird that you have cinnamon in your kitchen. But for me, it's one of the key parts of my practice when I'm cleansing my house through. After I've done all of my cleansing, all of my getting rid of the bad energies, then I mop with this to bring in some good energies. No, my house doesn't smell of cinnamon. I also have a lot of protective plants in the garden. I've got rosemary for remembrance, I have got bramble around the edges, around the borders, I've got holly in there, which is a protective plant, but I also have some medicinal herbs and things. And I also let my garden grow really wild from time to time, especially in certain areas, to help to feed the birds and the bugs and all those sorts of things, create habitat for wildlife, stuff like that, because it is kind of a key part of the craft, is that you work in tandem with nature rather than against it. So I hope you enjoyed that little tour of my house, a little look at all my witchy things. If you are curious about any particular items or you want to know more about anything, just let me know in a comment and I'll probably do a longer video about it because you guys seem really interested in the witchy stuff. And so I will make some more stuff about that. Probably not next week though. I will be here Monday, 6 AM UK time, talking about slang, I don't know. And if you can't wait that long to see me again, I understand, pretty awesome. I will be here every single morning in your shorts, taking a great big deep breath, letting you know what I'm grateful for that day, sometimes letting you know what's challenging me that day. And I will be here on a Witchy Wednesday as well, doing a little intuitive card read for you. Until then, you have yourself a magical week.